Hello everyone, this is GunpleFan15 here, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Zaft ZGMF X425 Destiny Gundam. Now this guy has got to be probably my second favorite Gundam. First one is Epion. Now, I'll be doing him a little bit later on. As far as Destiny goes, I love him just for the fact his looks alone is badass. Menacing with the wings, you get all this detail, especially in the head, and he has a lot of weapons and accessories and gimmicks with him. Now, alright, let's get right into it. As far as articulation goes, with the head, you can go side to side, like that. He can do a full 360, but I never understood the point of why people would review that and make it out like it's a good thing. I mean, who honestly is gonna pose their Gundam like that? Seriously. But I guess it's nice that it can. Now it's on a little ball joint here right at the neck, and it connects to a peg right up here in the head. And he can peg lets it go back a bit farther and forward a bit farther, like so, which is pretty nice. Okay, the arms here. Let's start off with the shoulders up here first. The shoulder armor here can extend out. It's on a little hinge there that lets it move in and out like so, and up and down, and can go forwards and backwards. And one cool thing about this, I don't know any other kit that does it, but up here you can kind of see separation a little bit. Turn my kit some more. To let him do more of the dynamic poses, such as gripping the beam gun with both hands or his sword with both hands right in the center. His arms can actually separate up here right at the chest and extend out a bit more, like so. So that would allow him to do more like that, which is pretty cool. I don't know any other kit that does that, but could be wrong. Just a nice little gimmick there. His arms, right up here, can go up and down, forwards and back. It can go all the way around, but with the backpack there, his wings, you really can't go backwards too much. And right here, these can move independently and do a full 360 also. There we go. His forearm armor right here clips on, and there's a slot in both sides for his shield over here to clip onto. So if you want him as blocking with the left, you can do that. Hand guards for each hand. And the hands, I'll get more into the hands near the end of it. Right here, his arms bends at two joints. You got bend right there, and it'll also bend up more at the top. So it'll look a bit more like that. It's pretty cool. A lot of movement there. Put it back down. Now, moving on to the chest. The cockpit can open up right here. There's a little latch here. Oh, it's a bit hard to open up. There we go. Extends out like that. And there's another latch right in here. There you go. And inside you can see Little old shin. Right. Close it back up. Fold back down. And there you go. Now, on the back of his chest at the red part, let's see if I can look at it. Okay, right up here, there's a little switch that you pull back, and it allows him to have more free movement in his chest area. He can bend back more, bend forward more, and he can also, oh, if I can get it right. Well, I don't have it unlocked right now, but his chest, he can move side to side a bit more. And come on. Can bend or rotate just like this. A lot of movement here because it's just on a peg. No ball joint, just a peg. It's pretty cool. Yep, you look all sideways. Alright. Moving in to the legs now, which I'm going to angle my camera down just a little bit. Give me a second. Okay. On his legs, actually right here at the crotch, down here below, there is a little switch. If my camera will focus on it, probably won't, but a little switch here. There you go, you can see it now. Goes forward and backwards. Now, that switch is supposed to let his legs pop out more and extend further up to the point where basically he can do a split, and when you put it in the other direction, it locks it in place to where he's a bit more sturdy. Now the problem with that is that little mechanism is brittle. I think it's only held together by maybe 2 pieces of plastic, and it doesn't really want to lock in place easily. You kind of have to force it, and even after that, it still likes to pop out some. So it's a nice little gimmick, nice little try, but it doesn't work out that well. Skirt armor here. All these pieces move independently. Up, down, a little bit of side movement, and like that. These pieces, they're on little pegs. They can go up and down a tiny bit, too much so, and they will pop out. And of course they can move forward and backwards like that. Same with on the back pieces do the same thing here. Legs, extend that, and those things pop out. I glued the other one in, forgot to do that one. So we will move that over a little bit because they're going to get in the way. Legs, you can move them out like that. And it can go up a little bit more, I think. Go back like that. They can do a full 360 rotation. But I'm not going to show that because there's no point. Get the arm out of the way here. Here and here, when you bend the legs, the armor separates, which is pretty cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to extend them out as far as I can without trying to pop out this piece, which it may do inevitably. Okay. So his knee will bend at this joint, and you can already see the armor extending out right there. Bend like that. And he can bend in one more spot right up here. And when you do that, that armor separates. So you can put him, if you wanted to take him off the stand, you can try and pose him in some type of kneeling position. Be kind of difficult, but it can be done. Now, I'm gonna put him back here. Sorry. Just trying to make sure his legs all the way in. Alright. His feet, actually before the feet, back here, you got thrusters on the back. Can extend out like so. And his feet, ankle armor right here, and move up and down like so. Feet part, and can fold up like so. And you can't point downward, not right here. In order to do that, back here, it can go like this, point down like that, or you can do something like this. Kind of pose him like he's in a, I guess, the crouch position, or like he's about to take off running. That's pretty cool there. Alright. Put you down here. Alright. Next thing we'll talk about is the backpack. Love this thing. The wings here are in, whoop, let me adjust my camera real quick. Alright. Backpack here. The wings, this is it when it's in its stored mode. And what they can do is you grab them here and they extend out like that, and when you pull them up, these inner pieces also extend. That's pretty cool there. Now, if I can show it, right here where they connect to the backpack at, these two little gray pieces, you can pull on the wing and they do pop out like so. And when you do that, now they're free to rotate forward and backwards. And even in the closed position, the wings, you can move back and forth, although it's easier to do it in the closed position. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, there we go. See? They do have a little bit of movement there. Right here, you have his thruster pack, which can go up and down a couple degrees. It's pretty cool there. His weapon holders here in the back, which hold his beam cannon and beam sword, can move independently from the backpack. This little joint here, little arm, it can rotate up, can go a little bit side to side, and down here, these things can rotate just a little bit. If I can get it back into the right position. There we go. Alright. Now, each holder is different. The one on the left here, the inside is designed differently than the one on the right, so it can hold his beam cannon. Same thing with the beam sword. So, pretty cool there. Okay. Alright, now, what I'm going to do now is get into all of his accessories. Alright, one thing I forgot to mention on the backpack is right here, or not right here, just the whole thing can actually come up like so. So, a lot of movement with his wings here. And again, God, just look at that shadow. This is why I love this guy. Alright, and of course, all you gotta do is just pull him down just a little bit. And there you go, back to normal. Now, first thing we're gonna talk about, first weapon, is his beam rifle. Little standard beam rifle here. Comes with this little red piece here to go into, I don't know, I guess a little bit different contrast for color. There's really no purpose for it. It does have grooves cut out in either side, so it can go into any hand on either side, because each hand has a little slot protruding from it. We'll connect it to it right there. The scope can rotate to the side here, and so can his secondary handle. This one can rotate to either side, however, the scope can only rotate to one side. Alright. Next thing, his shield here. His shield, like I said earlier, can mount to either arm, and it's pretty cool, pretty detailed. Gimmick here is it can actually open up to show more of the inside here. A lot more panel lining opportunities going on, but I'll get into panel lining and everything else in a later video. So it goes back in there. Next thing, you do get two beam boomerangs on his shoulders, which just come out there. This slot here just connects right in here. Just, there's a little peg it goes into. And for these beam boomerangs, you get two different beam effect parts, which I'm going to show you those now. And I love these effect parts just for the fact that they are different from any other one I've ever seen. So you're going to get two of them that look like this. They're a bit shorter and they're angled like this. But just look at this. If you can see it in the camera, it's kind of a... It's pinkish, and it's got glitter all throughout it, which I think just adds a lot more detail to it, and it kind of goes with him, because anytime the suit's deployed in the anime, it always looks like there's glitter and things in the background, so it goes with him like that. And these just connect in like that. You get two of those, and you get two of these longer ones to make it more of an actual beam sword, or beam saber, sorry. Just like that. There you go. Pretty long for them. Pretty cool. And I love the fact all this detail in right here. To me, it just makes it look a bit more powerful, and it's just different from your typical beam saber. Love those. Like I said, you get two of those. Next thing we're going to talk about is his weapons here on the back. You get his long-range beam cannon here, which doesn't have to come out of the backpack for it to deploy. It's supposed to actually stay in there, but I'm just taking it out to show you. So this is it when it's in storage mode. Sits in just like that. To deploy it, all you gotta do is extend it here. There's a little peg in here, connects right there. Extend it out, like so. This red piece extends a little bit, and this handle comes out here, and cool little gimmick here. You rotate the handle, and out pops the scope and this little piece down here. Pretty cool. Neat little gimmick. So, to store it back up, turn the handle, fold it back down, extend, clips in right there, and that goes there. Now, hopefully I can store this in here on camera. Sometimes I have a little trouble with it. There we go. Yeah, there's a two very tiny little I guess protrusions on either side of the gun that slide into slots here that are on the inside of this. Over here, you have the giant beam sword, and this thing is my favorite weapon of any Gundam, just because how massive it is, and it's just so badass. So this is it when it's in storage mode. Now, real quick, right here, this is not how it's going to look when you get it. This handle is going to be the same color as the rest of this blade, but I got this kit a few years ago, and I did this before I actually started painting. I knew how to paint, knew how to airbrush, so I think I just colored it in with a black Sharpie to try and make it look like how it's supposed to, so just ignore that fact there. Alright, now to deploy it, again it just pops out right there, and it will fold out, come down just like that, and extend right there, and you got the hilt or blade guards, whatever these are called, that extend out like that, and you get a beam effect part with this. Again, this is covered in glitter too. It's right here. So with this, all you do is it connects right here at the bottom, and to get it up here, you're gonna have to bend it a little bit, but don't be afraid because these things do bend. So it'll connect it in there, and voila, you got your giant ass beam sword. Look at that. That's awesome. Okay. Next thing you get is this beam or energy shield. On the camera, I think it's going to look kind of purplish, but it's actually a bluish tint right along the edges here, and there's a little bit of clear on the sides. This is going to connect right here, and all you do with that is this hand guard, this yellow piece will actually pop out, and you just kind of shove it in through there, move it down a little bit, and then clip it back in, and it will hold. Now, at the end of this video, I will have a slideshow, hopefully, of different pictures of all the weapons and stuff you can do with this kit, and this is going to be one of them. It's just kind of a pain to put them in there. So, you get that. His hands, you get multiple sets of hands here. You get 2 of these typical master grade open palm hands, or sorry, free moving hands. 3 fingers here, move together, trigger finger moves independently, and thumb moves independently. You get 1 set of his open palm hands here, which, like from the anime, have this, what do you call it? I can't remember exactly what it's called, but in the anime, he like extends his hand out like that, and it's supposed to shoot out a bunch of different beams, but I think he likes getting it in close range, and he just blows up their heads. So that's pretty cool there. Like I said, the hand guards attach right here. So you get those, and you get 1 closed palm hand, which is already in it right here. Now, the closed palm hand, I'm about 90% sure it is only supposed to be used for his beam sword. It separates right here, and it clips in like this, right in here, and it holds it pretty sturdy. Now, I tried putting the beam rifle in that hand, and it kind of worked once you played around with it, but there's a small piece right up here where the trigger finger is on there. You can kind of see it right in there, where it just doesn't want to fit in there. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that or not, but I have done it. But it's much simpler to just do it with the open palm hand. Oh, and with these hands, ball and socket joint right there, and these can actually, when the typical move around like that, but they can also move on this little joint here. Like that. So that's pretty cool. What else do you get here? To me, biggest selling point on any kit is if it comes with a stand. Because personally, I like having all my kits in action poses, and the best action poses are pretty much when they're in the air. You can do so much more with them. And he did come with a stand. And I like his stand here because it looks pretty much like his backpack when it's deployed. So that's pretty cool. Now the stand, there you go. It's going to come with this piece here, which is going to connect right up here in the backpack. If I can get it on camera. Right there. And he's pretty sturdy. Really good connection there. Oh, beam boomerang fell out. There we go. I might as well put the other one back in. And if it falls out, it falls out. Okay. Also with the stand, it did come with this extender piece right here. I guess you put it in there if you want to make them a little bit taller. But I don't really see the point of that, especially if you're displaying them like I do on a bookcase and you don't have a whole lot of room between shelves any higher than this, and you won't be able to display them. So, don't understand the point of that, but it's pretty cool that they came with it. And it also came with another piece. This is more of a crotch piece that I think it's like the Strike Freedom, where it's kind of curved right here and it goes in right here. I'm not the biggest fan of those because it just doesn't seem that sturdy, but came with it, so if you want to use that stand for anybody else, you can. Also, this kit did come with 3 figures. You get, in the cockpit, your standard pilot Shin sitting in, and you also get a little standing Shin right here, and Stella. Both in this kind of off-whitish color. Pretty detailed, but I don't have the kind of skill required to paint these things, so all of these will always remain this little color. It also comes with 2 sheets of decals. One of them is, you know, your standard stickers, like this right here, the faith symbol. Comes with a sheet of those, along with all your typical markings, warning signs, things like that. And it also comes with dry transfer decals. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of dry transfers. I much prefer water slides, especially now that I know how to do them the right way. But these, they're okay. They're pretty cool. You get, I think, 1 per shoulder there, and get them 1 there, 1 up at the top there, 1 there, and you get, that is a dry transfer. Same way right there on the back, the faith word and the Zaft symbol. And another big Zaft one right there. So, pretty cool on those. But like I said, I wish it would have just came with water slides. Okay, now, overall, I really love this kit, but I think I'd have to give it maybe an 8 out of 10. Pros and cons here. The cons, the closed hand should have been able to grip the beam rifle. Because like I said, I don't think it's supposed to, but it should have. It just would have made it a lot sturdier. I would have preferred water slide decals over dry transfers, but that's just my preference. You know, to me it's just easier to apply water slides, because with dry transfers, you rub them in and you think you have it rubbed in all the way, then you start to peel it and it's sticking to the sheet. Or I've had this happen to me once or twice on a painted kit. I have rubbed it in and it came off of the sheet and stuck to the paint. However, when I started to peel it up, the paint peeled up. So that could have just been me, how I did my paint, but at the same time, that wouldn't have happened on the water slide. So there's that. And the other thing, a better locking mechanism for this leg. Detailed. It's got a crap ton of accessories to go with it, beautiful beam effect parts, and most of all, it comes with a stand. Love that. Okay, well, I think that about does that for this video. Let's see here. Yep, that's it for this video. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow here, so any love would be nice. Alright, thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.